Hi everybody, Robert Dyer, and welcome to the Robert Dyer channel, where tonight there has been a Big Mac attack at my McDonald's here in Bethesda, Maryland. That's right, there are, holy smokers, I came through the drive-thru, I don't even know what's going on. I see two new Big Mac sandwiches, and this is always a big deal, not because they're new or in terms of ingredients, but they're new sizes, and it's very rare that McDonald's does anything with the Big Mac, so it's big news whenever they do. You remember the Grand Mac and the Junior Big Mac? Well, now, holy smokers, there's the double Big Mac and the Little Mac, and these sandwiches have actually been all over the world in different countries, but for some reason not right here in America where they were invented. I don't understand that. But now they're here, and we're going to take a look at these two new sizes of the Big Mac. So here we have the packages out of the bag, and right off the bat I'm a little disappointed that we don't have a special wrapper and box for these new sandwiches. Perhaps they're too new. Perhaps it's a test market. I don't know what's going on, but we'll have to take a look here. This is the Little Mac. Let's unbox the double Big Mac. And here we have them out on a couple of plates. Double Big Mac and the Little Mac. Lift the lid there. See what you get. Same toppings. I usually get extra pickles, but because this was a already complicated order, I didn't want to make things any more difficult. All the beef you could want, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, onions, pickles, sesame seed bun. Nice Big Mac presentation here, I must say. I had some trouble with the memory card blowing up in my camera this week, and I had to quickly order a replacement. If you're watching this right now, that means it worked. And if it didn't work, I'm probably destroying my office right now. Now let's take these one at a time here. We have the Little Mac, and we have the man's choice, the Double Mac, and this is, I believe this is the largest of the original McDonald's patties, burgers that they've ever offered, not counting a special order or secret menu item or something. The previous record was the, what I still call the Jurassic triple cheeseburger. The triple cheeseburger, which has come back since, and that started with Jurassic Park back in the 90s, and they also had the Jurassic supersized fries in the special Jurassic Park fry holster. Now we'll pick this up. Like any Big Mac, the shredded lettuce will fall off. And like any Big Mac, I'm smelling that same wonderful combination aroma of those famous ingredients, even the bun itself. So what we're going to be really testing here, since there are no new ingredients, are the patties themselves. Are they the original type, or if you remember the Grand Mac and the Junior Big Mac, they had a special new beef patty that McDonald's didn't really talk about, but it was definitely different from either of the other ones they had, and they were wonderful. They were one of the best burgers I've had. I wish they would bring those back in a new special Mac sandwich, but these appear to be the regular patties. And the other thing we're going to be finding out is, how does the flavor change when you change the ratio of beef? In this case, you've got less and in the double Big Mac you've got double the amount. So how does that balance out? So let's go ahead and see how it tastes with the Little Mac. Well, I'll have to say I'm surprised that this has got a pretty strong flavor. I thought it would be a weaker burger just having one patty, but you really still get all the Big Mac flavors, just a smaller size. And it's also a little bit heartier than the regular hamburger and cheeseburger, given that you've got this extra lettuce and you've got the sesame seed bun for a little more flavor to it. Now let's try the double Big Mac, and I don't even know if I can get my mouth open this wide. The aroma, definitely getting a double punch right in the face of the beef aroma, that famous McDonald's patty aroma. You know, that combination of the lettuce and the special sauce and the cheese and the pickles. It's not just the flavor but the aromas as well. But here we're getting so much more of the beef aroma. Let's go ahead and see how it tastes. Well, that was just absolutely delicious. There's so much nostalgia with the flavor of the Big Mac. I just think about the ones I ordered here when I was a child in Bethesda, ones I've ordered in the summer in Ocean City, Maryland, possibly the greatest resort city in the world. Everyone must visit Ocean City, Maryland once in their life. But there's definitely still plenty of the special sauce oozing out here. Just a lot more of the flavor of the patty. Now, these are definitely, they appear to just be the regular, original thin patties from McDonald's. Well, this is going to be Trump's new order at McDonald's. A double Big Mac for himself and a Little Mac for Barron, before they get back in the time machine to rendezvous with John Trump and Nikola Tesla. Bob, I'm here in the penthouse suite atop the historic 1959 Chicago high-rise Rockwell Gardens for an important meeting with local members of the Robert Dyer cult. I know hardcore fans of the Robert Dyer channel share my extreme nostalgia for a frigid night in December when I traveled the alleyways of Chicago in the middle of the night in a Model T. Those were heady times as the Robert Dyer cult was just beginning to gain a strong foothold in the Windy City. In response, the New World Order has just unfrozen the notorious gangsters who once squared off against the famous detective Dick Tracy. No one knows the mean streets of Chicago better than they, the Illuminati reasoned. In fact, Dick's arch nemesis, Lips Manless, is slowly climbing the stairs of Rockwell Gardens right now to try to disrupt our meeting. Hey, you there! Get behind that wall at the top of the stairs and stick your foot out to trip him up. Good, good. Look at him tumbling 15 flights down the stairs of Rockwell Gardens. Wait a minute, that's not Lips Manless. That's the building superintendent. That was caught on video. You're going to be charged with capital murder.
You're going to be charged with capital murder.
What do we tell the families? This meeting's adjourned. I better get the heck out of here. 23 skidoo.
23 skidoo.
Well, there are many hipster burgers out there, but nothing can really replicate the flavor of the Big Mac. It's still my favorite menu item at McDonald's. I usually get it with extra pickles, as I said, and I should have mentioned also that these were made fresh, and I think that made a great deal of difference in the flavor experience. I always am glad to wait extra time in the line, because if you remember, the longer you wait at the drive-thru for your order, the better it's going to be. You know you're going to have a problem when you ordered the sandwich 20 seconds ago and somebody's throwing it at you out of the second window the next thing when you pull up. So these were made fresh, and that makes quite a bit of difference. And they're not going to set the world on fire like the Popeyes chicken sandwich or the Doritos Locos Tacos or something like that, but they're mainly about different choices and sizes, about if you want a little bit less fat and salt and everything, but still all the Big Mac flavor. You definitely get that with the Little Mac, and I like the name too. Surprisingly, a lot of flavor, even though you're losing the center bread and the extra patty. And of course, many people say I don't like the too much bread in the Big Mac. They ought to pull that out of there, but I actually like the third bun. And the other observation I make about the double Big Mac is that I've noticed over the years, the more you stack the burgers of the original patty, the better they taste. They get a little bit juicier, they definitely get hotter, and the cheese will melt better. Now, because they split with the third bun in there, it doesn't have quite the same impact as it does in the triple cheeseburger, but you're definitely intensifying all the flavors when you stack up extra sizzling burgers being put down on it. It makes everything better. So there isn't anything new here in terms of flavor. It's just the amount of flavor and delivering all the flavors that you would expect in a Big Mac. The prices, I think, are fairly reasonable. The double Big Mac was $5.99, so it's about $1 more than the usual Big Mac, and the Little Mac is $2.79, which by comparison, a cheeseburger I think here is $1.59. It may be cheaper in your area if you don't have the Montgomery County Council driving up all the inflation and prices with their high tax, high regulation environment. But speaking of those criminal crooks on the Montgomery County Council, my subtotal for this whole order was $18.24, and the Montgomery County Council greedily taking $1.08 more than one Washington for themselves. Ridiculous as usual, but I think Harvey Weinstein is fluffing the pillows for them at Rikers Island when they eventually make their way there once our justice system wakes up here in Montgomery County. So I definitely would recommend, I'll know once I sign on and see what's going on the internet, whether these are nationwide now, or if this is something just here or at limited locations. But if they are in your location and you like the Big Mac as much as I do, I think you're going to very much enjoy both of these. The Big Mac is 5 stars in my book out of 5, and in some ways it's one of those 6-star items I like to say. So it's impossible to really rate these any lower than that. So I'm going to say I will definitely get both of these again, but I will get my usual extra pickles order to intensify the pickle flavor component. But depending what time of day or what else I'm ordering. It's very useful to have these different sizes. They've had a problem at McDonald's of not having a big burger. You have to get a double quarter pounder in order to get anything even remotely man-sized, so at least they have something that approximates a adult male sandwich, at least temporarily, on the menu. So I'm going to go ahead and give both of these 5 stars. Hope you like this video. Share it with your friends. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.